gotta remember to do this today. I forgot to do it yesterday. Boop. There we go. I forgot to turn my voice changer on yesterday because I had it off for Discord stream. It just makes it a little bit louder and clearer, which is very nice when you have a mic that is, doesn't have a lot of gain. Anyway, hi everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all having a good day today. How's your week going? I hope it's good. And if it sucks, mine kind of sucks, if we're being totally honest. Um, yeah, we're halfway through it. So we're gonna fucking make it through to the other side. Originally, I was gonna play some Deus Ex tonight. But I kind of wasn't feeling it. It's been kind of a rough week. And Deus Ex, I kind of need my brain. I kind of need my brain turned on to play it a little bit. Uh, but so I decided to just kind of switch over to something comfy tonight, which, we'll see if this ends up being that. Star Citizen is janky at the best of times. But when it works, it can be very cozy.
God damn it.
Hey, fucker. That hat is peak. Thank you, Hunter. This is actually a very old hat. This is the hat that I used when I was playing Cloudpunk, which was almost 3 years ago. 2.5, probably more than 2.5, less than 3. But yeah, I have a whole series of hats for whatever bullshit I was doing in Cloudpunk. Anyway, let me, so this is going to be interesting. This is probably going to be a PNG stream, because I think my model will probably lag to shit while I'm playing this game. So I'll be like, wait, I'll be in this mode for the whole stream probably. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and see if it lags out. I'd bet like 9 out of 10 that it's going to though. Let's try it. Let's find out. I saw Hestia playing some Star Citizen on stream the other night. And I was like, that's a good comfy stream idea. It's a good, I just want to vibe for a while kind of stream. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. If this doesn't work for whatever reason and it wants to throw fits and shit itself and die, we'll play Truck Simulator and we'll do fundamentally the same thing. And I won't even have to change my hat. I will have to re-add my hat for my PNG, I suppose. I guess I should get that ready, huh? Let me see. Let me get my PNG like all dripped out real quick. Let's get that right there. And wow, a perfect fit almost. I'll just have that down here with the PNG ME. And we could maybe even grab Joel while we're at it and put a little Joel on my shoulder. So we have minimal loss if I have to switch to my PNG. How about that? There we go. Okay, oops. There we go. Okay, that's all ready to go now. Shipbreaker OST, holy shit, that's actually perfect. Yeah, Shipbreaker's got a great soundtrack for just like schlepping around like trucking and moving stuff around. I'll probably leave it playing. Star Citizen does have music, but it's only there some of the time. I guess I could turn it off, but Star Citizen also has like pretty alright music. Anyway, let's find out if this wants to behave today. Probably just join the Australian server for trucking because the Australian people tend to be less abjectly awful gamers than Americans. So that's very default too when I'm trying to do like chill activities. Yeah, we got a little bit of music overlap. Let me know if I need to like cut one or cut the other. Because I could, whatever people prefer to listen to, I'd be happy to leave that one on and then cut the other. But basically what we're going to be doing tonight, I'm going to be yapping, probably. Because we're just gonna be schlepping boxes around. We're gonna be doing like some space truck simulator, loading up boxes and taking them to different places. We're gonna try to rank up. Star Citizen has like ranks, for the places that you can work for, and I would like to get some like better paying missions because you can get better paying ones if you like keep doing missions for certain people. I'll pause the Shipbreaker ST for a little bit and then let me see if my hotkeys work. Let's see. Yeah, my hotkeys work even while I'm in here. Okay, perfect. Oh, wait. Was that Shipbreaker or was that... It said it unpaused Ash, which is not what I'm looking for. So I'm working in Ash's stream right now. Oh. Uh-oh. I switched away from OBS and I'm regretting it now. There we go. Let me turn this up so I can listen for a second. Okay, yeah, that's working. Alright, great. So yeah, I'll just toggle that back on if there's not a lot of game audio. Okay, let's see. Okay, game's a little chuggy, but my model's fine. I just like... Can I actually get away with this? That'd be a nice surprise. I feel like I'm gonna get into the wrong spot and then my model's just gonna go... Just usually how it goes. But I don't know. First impressions are good. First impressions are also that I need food. I need food and water. Oh. The game actually seems to be suffering more than my model, because normally the game's a little smoother than this. I wonder if my computer is prioritizing my model over the game, in which case I might need to shut down my model anyway. If it makes the gameplay experience suck. We'll keep feeling it out and seeing how it works. This is gonna be one of those streams that kinda... Oh, that's not good. The audio is not sounding great. Yeah, I might have to close down my model, not even because my model's lagging, but because the game is lagging. Uh-oh. Although I don't know how much of that is OBS too. Because I know OBS takes up a good chunk of processing power. This is gonna be one of those streams that really pushes the limits of my stream setup. Because I'm still running a 1070. And I got that 1070 almost 10 years ago. My card is almost 10 years old. Ugh. So we're definitely getting to the point where it's like, it's getting harder and harder to run everything. It's a champ. It does its best. And honestly, it's perfectly adequate for a lot of games nowadays. But that is not true when I'm running OBS in tandem. And that's less of a GPU thing. That's more like my CPU is also... My CPU is a little newer. My CPU is from 2020, so my CPU is only like 5 years old. But that's still like an eternity in fucking computer equipment. So, there are times when even if I can squeak by playing a game on my current hardware, I'm kind of up against the limit when it comes to streaming stuff. I do have a spare PC way back at home. I've thought about bringing it down and seeing if I could set up kind of a dual PC stream setup, but I don't know. I don't know how well that's gonna work out, because it has some issues, and there's also some like hardware limitations. But I want to give it a try. The only problem is I don't have a lot of capture cards and stuff, and I don't have all the equipment I would need to like swap audio between my two computers if I were to do that kind of setup. So it's one of those things that like I could maybe do, but I don't 100%. I don't know exactly how I would do it or how I would need to set it up. Also, thank you for the dink water. Water has been dinked. No, don't bring that thing up. I'm just about to send it down again. Just give me my fucking... Bring me my cat. So let's see. We're actually in the perfect place to start this stream with minimum fucking around, because a lot of cargo missions start from here. Yeah, this game has been real and playable for the majority of its development time. I think the first iteration of the persistent universe was 2016? Or is it 2018? I don't 100% remember, but it's been playable in some form for like 8 to 10 years. Real, yes. Playable, yeah, it kind of varies. It's kind of a coin flip. Sometimes it's delightful, and other times it's a fucking trash fire. So it's kind of a, that's why we have a backup plan. That's why our backup plan is Truck Simulator today. If it decides it doesn't want to be playable today, we have an alternative. So what I want to do here is I want to find a bunch of missions that are taking cargo to and from the same place, if I can get away from it, or away with it. Direct planetary is kind of what we want. So there's from Everest Harbor, which is where we are now. Thought this was only the shop selling ships for insane amount of money? That is the stereotype, yes. So that's going down to Tisa. Okay, so these two are going for the same place. That's some easy money. These three are going to the same place, and we can carry all of that. So let's just take that one. I don't like that it takes you to the accepted screen every time, but... Direct planetary, direct planetary, direct planetary... I actually got them grouped up pretty well in terms of where they're going, though. Cargo space? Yeah, cargo space. Yeah, I don't think American Truck Simulator has the space expansion yet. I wonder how much more it would cost than, like, Kansas. Let's see, so we're looking for one more to Tisa Spaceport. And I know I saw a third one on there. Zero Sakura Sun. If only the refinery mechanics are fully featured, I'd be able to have you direct cargo load all my refined mining hull. Yeah, because I know there are refinery ships, you know, allegedly coming later, but that is, who fucking knows when that's happening. Ah, there's the third one. Okay. So that's like 130k just for, like, hopping down to the spaceport. I think that's all of the Tisa ones. I'm gonna try to avoid picking up too many of these because that's kind of asking for trouble. So let's get all my boxes pulled up. Yeah, let's just move all of these over here. I'll bring it up. There it goes. Right now the refinery jobs will only auto-load one of my ships, not hangar storage. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. I hope we get that functionality soon. I think to make my life less of an abject hassle, I'm gonna move this a little bit closer to the cargo elevator. I'll keep the right side up against it, because I got some obstacles on the left side. I very much have a love-hate relationship with this game because I've had experiences in this game that no other game can replicate. It really can offer some really unique opportunities. But at the same time, it also has the potential to be a fucking broken mess whenever it feels like it. So it's, like I said, it's very much a roll of the dice kind of game to play, which is a shame. Oh, there's the model lag starting. Yeah, I think we may switch to PNG, but I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. How are we doing? Oh yeah, that's better. Let's back this right up and set it down right there.
Landing complete.
All right. Well, now we're gonna go and grab this exosuit, because if it wants to behave, it should make this load job a little bit less of a pain in the ass. I've only used this thing a couple of times, and my ship is a little bit ornery at the moment because of a recent change made to it. But ideally, all of this will cooperate with us today. Because if it works, this will make our cargo loading experience a lot faster. Now, all of these are going to the same place, so I don't really have to worry about whether I put them in their own bays or anything. If you have a bunch of stuff going to different places, you kind of want to, like, demarcate it a little bit. Off to work, take care. Bye, Ara. Hope you have good work. This is gonna be a little tough to get it up into the ship, so we'll just use this to bring it over here. And then we'll just hop in the ship to hoist everything up. This is definitely a lot faster than just lugging it all from the fucking cargo elevator. Whoa. Let's see if I can do this without getting Gary's modded to death. Well, boy, I hope my OBS is still working. Because my computer is not happy. Oh, we got a frame. Alright, I'm gonna turn off my model. Because I think my model is definitely pushing my CPU to its practical limit. So we are gonna save on... We are gonna save on CPU overhead wherever we can. I have streamed this game before, but that was before I was a VTuber. So I think that running this and my model is maybe a little overambitious. Should probably also close any browser tabs too. I think OBS and Star Citizen might be about as much as I can reasonably hope to run at the same time. Oh yeah, CPU is at 100%. Oh dear. Okay, let's make sure Vignon closes instead of memory leaking. Oh boy. Come on, Vignon, get out of here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, that feels quite a bit smoother without it juggling my model in Firefox as well. If we get any more big hangs, though, I might have to switch games. We'll see. Oh. I think we honestly might be able to fit all of this in one bay. It's mostly just getting them all over here. I suppose this does make that a little bit faster. A lot less exercise on my scroll wheel. Ah, I still gotta update that command. I'm meaning to take TikTok off of it. Let's put the music back on. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too much to run this. I think this is a pretty lightweight program. There, that's better. Alright, this looks good. We'll just take this lift back up to the ship. And we'll just huck everything else up through the next bay. Up. This really ought to fit most of it. Eh. There we go. Let's make a big pile of these. Eh, come on, get up there. Oop, fuck. I fucking slept. Go on, motherfucker, bring me up. Oh, I left the engine on last time. Oops. Whoopsies. Alright. And let's kick that back down the other way. There's the last container of scrap. We'll just slot that right back there on the top. Now we just got all these little tiny ones. Which you'd think that maybe they could have put a bunch of these tiny ones into bigger boxes. Ah! There we go. Stick that up there. Gonna try to leave myself at least a little bit of space to walk here. One sec. Up, up. I keep, like, clicking my taskbar. Let me see if just resetting this to full screen and then borderless works. Actually, if I restart Explorer EXE while I'm in the middle of a stream, will that break anything? Can't say I've ever done that before. Let's try to ignore it for now, and if it becomes a problem, I'll just simply stop ignoring it. Oh yeah. All of these are gonna fit in this bay. And once we get there, we'll just huck everything out the side and do it in reverse. If I'm gonna be trying not to use the first bay, I might as well put the exosuit in the first bay. We'll see how that works out for us. There we go. Go on, in you go. Go on, behave. That ought to be fine. We might not even have to go any further than this stack. See if I can slide this in right on top. Well, maybe a little bit further back. There we go. There we go. Now what, 3 more? Is that it? We'll do a quick cargo count before we leave. Thankfully all this is like pretty obvious denominations, so oh, I grabbed the bottom of a stack. Don't do that. Oh! Oh no! I just fucking OSHA'd myself. Oh, I fucked that one up bad. No, my beautiful stack. Here, we'll try to unfuck that real quick. There we go. It's pretty forgiving with the snapping, but grabbing from the bottom of a stack can absolutely turn into a clusterfuck. Just a slight oopsie. Just a little oopsie, no biggie. There we go. Slap that back on top. And is this the last one? I think this is the last one. Alright. What is going on with my fucking... Here, I'm gonna try restarting Windows Explorer because my taskbar is actually, like, getting in my way. Uh, if the stream implodes, it's because I'm restarting Explorer. Boop. Nope, we're good. And that fixed it. Perfect. Okay, so let's see what we're expecting to have in here. 6, 14, and 11. So we're expecting 31 SCU in here. So this is 4, 8, 12. And I know there's 2 more back there. 4, 8, 12, 14, 15, 16. And that's 20, 24, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, that's everything accounted for. Should be all set. Oh, there is one last thing I need to do, though. This would be remiss of me to fuck this up. Open that up real quick. Pseudo crate should snap up here just fine. I don't want to forget this. It's not strictly necessary, but it will make my life mildly easier. And mildly easier is what I'm all about. Okay. Let's hop this thing up here. Okay. We'll just park it right there, because that's where we're going to be taking it out next time. Let's try to get these all nice and neat. Alright. Let's get this thing all ready to move. This is going to be a nice, short little hop. That should be a nice little chunk of change for the trouble. Let's get all of these closed up.
Launch complete.
Wow, there's already guys jetting around out there.
Landing. Shield system.
We'll make a quick exit just in case. And I think that should give us enough space. Let's go. Alright, all we're doing today is we are hopping down to this planet and hopping into the city, which is incidentally where the frame rate is going to be the worst. So we'll see if stream holds up. We'll just get this moving. I don't need a marker to the mission, I just need a marker to the city. Boop. That ought to work. Oh, they're gonna make me do a quick little dip to the planet first. So let's get a little closer.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now
And
off.
now we're just gonna whip it around to the city. Nyum.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive
Perfect.
is now
All right, we're just gonna slam dunk this thing all the way down into orbit and park it, and we'll huck all these boxes out. Hopefully, that'll move me a good way towards getting another rank. If I can move a lot of cargo and do a lot of missions at once, it should move us through the ranks relatively quick. And 3 for 1 is pretty good. Hey, bust through the clouds.
Shield system online.
Look at the big obnoxious Hurston building. And we'll see if we can get a hangar yet. I have to get a little closer. Nope. Okay, looks like they're giving us that big wide one right there.
Warning, you are leaving a safe zone. Landing gear down. Warning, you are leaving a safe zone.
Here we go. Oh, I dinked the wing a little bit. I thought I had it lined up so well. Oh well, we can fix this. Alright, and we'll try to park it just like we did in the other hangar, where we back it up against the wall, so that we have a good angle to huck all this stuff out. Okay. Rather than open up every single door on the ship, we will we'll just open up this one for now, because we're just gonna be hucking things out of here. Oh, come on now. Oh, I hope I didn't dink my door when I hit the right side. Seems that way though, so I guess we'll do a quick repair to fix that. Or it could just be... It could just be that I closed it from that button and that caused some kind of desync. You never know with this game, unfortunately. We'll just open them all up and see if that works. Yeah, that got it. Now can I close it? Yeah, now it works. Okay, so it was something about us using the button. Alright, we are just going to take all of this potentially fragile cargo and unceremoniously huck it out the side of the ship. Because that's what we're here about at, that's what we're about here at Kasumi Shipping Incorporated. Doesn't matter how it gets to you, all that matters is that it gets to you fast. Throw it like you're throwing it off the side of a ship. Like you're a fucking dock worker. So I guess that's what we are, more or less. One of these days, someone's gonna give me fragile cargo that doesn't have enough bubble wrap in it, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this. But that day is probably not today. Ew. Yeet. Off you go. Ride's over. Oops, I grabbed the bottom of the sack. I'm sure this will have no consequences whatsoever. Let's grab that guy up there and get him off the top. Yeet. 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 Alright, and now we'll use our handy little exosuit for the last 50 or 100 feet. Wonder if I can do this without getting out the side of the ship. Just use it as a ship tractor beam, but better. Oh, I sure can. Yeah, let's just get it all in there. Get it all in there and clamped down. Eh, oops. Almost fucked that one up. Boy, if I don't even have to get this thing out the side of the ship, it'll be really useful. Make everything much quicker. There we go. That's almost the whole shipment already. Or the whole trio of shipments, I guess. Okay, let's hop out of this thing. I thought for sure I was gonna like a Wile E. Coyote myself there. There we go. Alright, that ought to fix it. Let's see. Go on, cargo elevator. I believe in you. Hey, that's all it needed. 303, 101, 1111. Perfect. Boy, I hope those are typos. Let's see. Yeah, looks like those all went in okay. Yeah, that all went in okay. Nice. Okay. Alright, well that's our first haul done. Let's see. Let's take a look at how our rank is doing. And we'll see if we can get some missions that start out here. And we'll see if we can stop our doors from getting upset at us. Let's see, reputation. I think this was all for Kovalex. Oh yeah, we're already almost ranking up. Alright, let's see if we can get anything that originates here, or if we gotta go back up to the space station. Let's see, there's from the station to the harbor and back again. Ooh, okay. Thundering Express Station, what a name. Okay, I see some good opportunities here. Casilla. I don't want to do any of those little outposts. Sometimes those are broken. Piece of Spaceport to Everest Harbor. Okay, that's perfect, because that's where we're going to be going. 100 SCU, that's a big one. That's a big fucking haul. That's serious business. Any other ones coming from here to up there? Or is this the only one? It might be the only one. Okay, let's see how many of these we can do without running up against time limits. Because I think I want this one that goes to Green Glade. This one that goes to Green Glade. And I think those are the only ones that went to Green Glade from the harbor. And then there's Green Glade and back to the harbor. Green Glade to the harbor. I think that's it. Yeah, nothing else coming from where we're at now. Okay, well, let's grab our new cargo from here. Ow! Ankles. There we go, let's send that down. And let's just get all these guys. So this is apparently 100 of those decent-sized boxes. Oh, we got the big chunky boxes this time. Yes, these are like 8 SCU each, so that's 8, 16, 32, 64. Wait, fuck. 8, 16, 32, 64, 96. And then another 4, and that makes 100. I assume our exosuit can handle these, but they might need something a little bit heavier. Let's see. We've got the big heavy-duty tractor beam too, so should be able to hoist all those. I'm not 100% sure all of those are going to go to the same bay. These might have to be in a couple of different bays. But first and foremost, let's just get them over here. Oh. Hello, robot? Uh-oh. Did I fuck up my exosuit? Here, we'll give it one more try, and if that doesn't work, we'll just use the ship tractor beam. Which does the same job, just a little slower. Oh, there we go. Just needed a bit of a poke. Hi, PNG Kelvin. Hope you're having a good week. How you doing today? This should actually be not terrible to load. Considering I think it's actually fewer boxes than the last thing. Day 500 of not knowing whether Emmy went for a walk. My life is in shambles. Hey, just gotta get here faster, bud. It's so late night for me. You got plenty of time. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure these medical stimulants aren't fragile. I miss a certain fish edition of a VTuber. You'll probably see her again one day. She's probably not gone forever. Probably. Oh, speaking of, actually, I'm supposed to have my hat and my Joel on me for this one. So that's what I'm wearing on my not PNG. Okay, let's see how many of these we can get in this bay. Should be able to stack them at least 2 high. Oop, turned a little too fast. Does that hat say Uber Papa? Yeah. Yeah, it's the Uber Papa hat. I last seen close to 3 years ago when I played Quadpunk. You're gonna make me exercise. Oh. Uh-oh. Stream is a little laggy tonight, so these dice rolls are kind of doing their best. Oh boy. Basically, running this game and running OBS is like all my computer can handle at one time. Uh-oh. My shit's a little bit out of date. I didn't see the dice. Did you hear the fox explaining why you didn't see the dice? The fox explained it to you, just for you. How much was it? I don't know. I didn't see the dice either. The reason you didn't see the dice is because my computer is out of date enough that running this game and running OBS at the same time is pretty much enough to max out my computer. It really can't handle much else, which is why I'm not running my model. And it means that certain redeems that rely a lot on timing are just straight up not going to work well today. So I got scammed, got it? I mean, I'll just assume you made mid-rolls. Like, I'll give you like 30 seconds of planks and 10 squats, which is probably better than you rolled anyway. Huh? Huh? I have the superpower of never listening to anyone? I don't think that's a superpower, man. I think that's like the opposite of a superpower. I think that's a severe detriment. Okay, hold up. Can I slide this thing in and just put it sideways right in here? Like where I'm standing? It fits, but I don't know if it's a good idea. It doesn't like lock down, which could be risky. So I'm just gonna put it in the neighboring bay. Got yourself a deal. I'll take the mid rolls, which may actually be in my favor. Let's face it, there's a good chance they are. That is the average roll, so unless you rolled above average, you know. Can I slide this thing in and put it in sideways? Just what I told her. How do you put it in sideways? I'm a little concerned, actually. Alright, let me lock this thing up, and I'll do the exercise. It fits, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Now that one is one you do hear every day. Alright, let's just close this thing up. And, alright, I can't, like, change my camera angle for the PNG, so just imagine I'm squatting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't this the game that's forever in alpha? Yes, it is. It is pretty much forever in alpha. They're more or less buying time until they can put out a single player thing, which might bail them out of their situation and might doom them forever. We'll see. For now, we're just kind of enjoying it while it lasts. The one with the 1-to-1 scale Milky Way? The 1-to-1 scale Milky Way is Elite Dangerous. That one's not an alpha. That's a different game. Now, this one just has like 2-star systems. Okay, plank time. Okay. Plank's done. Let's get out of here.
Launch complete.
See if I can do this without dinking myself on the hangar doors again. This is the one being payrolled by the insanely expensive spaceships, right? Yeah, basically they did a Kickstarter, and then their Kickstarter ran out, and they were like, well, if you want to keep backing for spaceships, you can keep backing for spaceships. And that turned out to be apparently a really good business decision, because a fucking zillion people all backed for spaceships. And I have a lot of words about that. I have a lot of very autistic rambling about it. Because basically, there's a lot of places in this game where they need to fix shit, right? There's stuff that's just like broken, or stuff that's like very alpha buggy, stuff that's like gotten them a very bad reputation. And a lot of that stuff stays broken because they have to keep making spaceships for people to buy in order to stay afloat. Like, that is basically what is keeping them alive right now, is like they have to keep hyping people up and getting them to buy ships. Otherwise, they go bankrupt. And that's making other parts of the game suffer. But they're basically trapped. They like painted themselves into that corner. So unless they have another source of income, uh, it's like a trap they can't escape from. Which, you know, sucks. Fucking sucks ass. But, basically, I think they know it and all of their fans know it. That, the only way that they escape from this is if they get another source of funding. And that other source of funding is supposed to be the single player component of this game. And because that way they can bring in people who haven't already like bought in and wailed for the game. Like if they make a game and it's good, they can actually get like fresh money and they don't have to like exist just on spaceships. But, and this is the big, huge but, if that single player part of this game comes out and it doesn't absolutely fucking bang, they're fucked. Like, they're basically sunk. So everybody's kind of holding their breath until that happens, because it's either a good single player game and they can like pull themselves out of the mud and pull themselves out of having to make ships forever and ever, or it flops and it's like, well, this shit's over. I like big butts, and you cannot lie. What'll come out first, Star Citizen coming out of alpha or Silksong? Honestly, I'd bet on Silksong. I'd super bet on Silksong, actually. But I talked about it a little bit earlier. This game can be actually really fun. I've had some experiences in this game that are just totally fucking unique that no other game has been able to match. But I've also had some very frustrating, like, trash fire experiences in this game. So it's kind of like a coin flip every time you start it. Are you going to get a trash fire day, or are you going to get, like, a really cool experience day? Is there even any news about a single player game, like even a release plan? Yeah, so that was part of the Kickstarter from the start, was they basically were developing this as the MMO half and Squadron 42 as the single player half. I think in 2023 they announced that the single player campaign was feature complete and going into the polish phase. And I think 2024 they announced that they were going to be shooting for a 2026 release. Now, does that happen? Does that work? And when it comes out, is it good? I don't know. I assume the reason that they like got feature complete in 2023 and they're taking like an extra like 2 years or whatever to polish it, I'm assuming it's because they know that if it doesn't kick ass, they're fucked. I'm assuming that's why they did it. Silksong with that sizzle reel in the Nintendo 2 Direct. Oh fuck. God damn it, I broke all my buttons again. Silksong with that sizzle reel in the Nintendo 2 Direct is borderline fandom abuse. Like the amount of disrespect, not even enough footage for a proper trailer. I did not watch the Direct, but I heard some people mention Silksong. So they just did like a little sizzle reel and that's it? Woof. Imagine a Cyberpunk 2077 situation for Star Citizen. Oh, well, like it releases and it's kind of like busted up, but then they like work on it to the point that people like are into it. Is that what you mean? I parked in like kind of a shitty spot. Oh well. Just gonna throw all this medical supplies out of here like somebody's fucking luggage after a divorce. It was a few seconds sizzle reel for Silksong. Oh, woof. Absolute sad behavior. That is fucked up, actually. They're killing the hype? That's hard to believe for Silksong. Yeah, that's fucking rough. Meant a poor release for Star Citizen, then they have to work on it to make it actually good. So here's the thing, Calvin. You know that scene in Avengers Infinity War where Doctor Strange is like sitting there, he's like, I've seen 1,400,000 futures. How many do we win? Just one. That's basically Star Citizen right now. I can see a million ways that this whole thing fucking implodes. And I can see like one path that they follow, and this thing actually like comes out in their favor. And I think a Cyberpunk 2077 situation is probably optimistic. Like, if I had to guess, I would say like at least 8 out of 10 chance that this thing like completely crashes and burns. At least like an 8 out of 10. Like there's a huge chance this is so over. And I say this as someone who really wants it to succeed. I say this as someone who like would be overjoyed if they got to play this game in like a finished form. Because this is like the kind of game I've always wanted. But like, there is like an overwhelming, oh Jesus! There's like an overwhelming chance that this shit is fucked. At this point, whatever they release for Silksong will never reach the expectations the fans have. Oh god. Yeah, like I mean, I'd dig another Hollow Knight, but like I have no idea how rabid that fandom is now. I mean, they've kind of been on fucking life support for a while, so like Duke Nukem Forever situation for both SC and Silksong. I feel like Silksong has pretty good chance of actually being good. I don't know, like what's their developer situation? Are they like running out of money? Is there a chance that they get like bankrupt? Have you sunk money into Star Citizen? I forget if there's like a free fly going on right now, but I wouldn't be able to... Normally I wouldn't be able to play unless I hadn't. So I originally backed Star Citizen in 2013, and over the course of 12 years, I've sunk, I think, like $300 into it. And the way things have been, I don't see that increasing anytime soon. Also, I'm broke. But it's basically like something that I played a good bit, and if they would like, if I would like play it for like a few months, and I was like, oh, this is like really improved. They've like made a whole bunch of progress, and I'm like really happy with how it's going. I would like give them a little more money as a treat. But I'm pretty happy with what I have and what I can do now. $300 is a bit true, but it's like $30 a year, which is less than how much most people play in like MMO subscriptions. Like as far as I'm concerned, this is just like an MMO subscription that I've had for a long time. Like if you're playing like Final Fantasy XIV, which I also did, yeah, it's like $15 a month, so it's like $180 a year for 10 years. It'd be like $1,800. So compared to that, you know. To be fair, I can see myself sinking money into games like that. Yeah, so like this game is like a long-standing dream for me, in that like I have always wanted games where I can like run around inside of big spaceships and like be flying around and going on adventures and shit. So like this has a lot of stuff that I like and can't get anywhere else, which is why I backed it. I've been sinking a lot of money into, or a bit of money into Pokemon Go. Not a lot, but definitely a decent amount. Yeah, like it's kind of like you would do it with any like freemium game, where if you play it for a while and it's like, I like what you're doing, I like what they've got going on here, uh, then, you know, then maybe you give them a little more as a treat. That's kind of how it's been for me with Star Citizen. Hellier, welcome! Thank you for the follow. And thank you for the pets. Hope you're doing well. How's your week been? And actually, let me give you a shout out real quick. Boop. If the game brings you happiness and it doesn't kill you financially, then by all means support them. Yeah, like, and that's the thing, like, I've never given money to them when I'm not able to, and frankly, the last time I gave them money was like 4 or 5 years ago. I have not sunk any money into this game in a hot minute, because they really haven't impressed me in a hot minute. Oh, I can't reach that from here. Just Kai? Oh, just K is fine? Like a door key? Oh, key! Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I know you. I follow you. Yeah, you have a super adorable model. I love it. I don't make it in all the time, but I do try to stop by and say hi from time to time. Yeah, Kelvin, I definitely... I haven't thrown money at it in a minute, and generally when I do, it's because I'm, like, confident in what they're doing, which, you know... I haven't been super confident for a bit. Also, Galen, also thank you for the follow. Sorry, I didn't shout you out right away. What the fuck, boxes? Work with me. It's just I always feel stupid wasting money on what is intangible and is essentially an NFT that can disappear whenever. Oh, I have never bought, like, a fucking concept chip in this game. Like, the way I've looked at it, so I have two ways of looking at it. So the way that they would prefer you look at it is that it's a, they want you to look at it like it's still a Kickstarter, which it kind of isn't. It kind of is and it kind of isn't. That's the mentality you're supposed to have when spending money on chips. But I always looked at it like, would I be comfortable throwing $50 off a bridge for this game right now? And would I be comfortable if this investment turned out to be nothing and this entire game, like, imploded? And when I initially bought into it, it was like $40 that I spent. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, if this is fine, if this money is gone forever, it was a bad investment, whatever. And I've spent less than that per year, so I think I'm still pretty okay with it. If I wasn't okay with it, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well today. I'm just kind of vibing tonight. Originally, it was gonna be a, it's originally gonna be a Deus Ex night, but I kind of did not have the spoons for Deus Ex. I do have the spoons for schlepping boxes around, so that's what we're doing. It's kind of like when you buy a normal game, too. I have so much vitriol and hatred for the fact that every online game store does not sell you a game. They sell you a revocable license to a game. And, like, it's all in the TOS where they're like, we can revoke your access to this at any time. So if Steam just decided to be like, oops, sorry, Steam's closing up shop tomorrow, they would not be responsible for, like, ensuring access to any of your games. They could straight up just be like, nah, sorry. Like, it's in the TOS. Not all purchases are good games. Sometimes you spend money on a game and don't like the game at all. That's true. Even with like decent refund options, like that's still very true. I mean, that's just putting money into anything. At the end of the day, like you can spend money on anything and it sucks. You can buy a fucking burger and it sucks. And like most of the time, you're not getting the money for that burger back. It's the main reason I didn't get a Steam Deck. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, it's like the games industry is in a very strange place, I think. Okay, that's how our shit out of the elevator. Let's get in our funny robot. Except all burgers fucking suck. Slash ban Kelvin Johan. No good fast food here. I know for a fact that's not true because I know where you are. I'm always watching you. That second part isn't true. But, I mean, you could definitely make that argument on the basis that, all fast food costs too much now. Like, you're pretty much never getting what you're paying for nowadays unless the place has, like, a really sick coupon or some kind of sick deal. Like, fast food has very much forgotten its place, and that's a shame. God, I probably sound like a fucking boomer. You're gonna, like, listen to me rant about, back in my day when I got my first job, Taco Bell had a $2 meal deal. And you'd get a burrito and Doritos and a Pepsi, all for $2. That's true, I know you're a stalker, so true. That's not true. No fast food chain is good. I mean, you could also reasonably argue that, but, like, they can be bad and tasty. I have to find a good local place. That is the move. At the end of the day, the best move is always find a good local place. Want to hear a fun fact? Bees are actually allergic to the pollen they collect. They develop hives, you see. No! Immediately ambushed with the puns. Nowhere is safe. I always feel ripped off when I get fast food. I mean, you're correct for feeling that. Fast food is supposed to be shitty, reasonably tasty, and cheap. And they have forgotten the cheap part. You're 100% correct to feel ripped off. I fucking feel ripped off when I get fast food, and I love fast food. I'm a fast food gremlin. But it ain't worth the investment nowadays. But sometimes you can find good little deals here and there, like a place that's still got, like, dollar burgers, or, like, little combos that bring the price of everything down. But it's getting harder and harder to find. And they're not gonna change until they really start seeing people start spending less on fast food. So I'm kind of part of the problem at the end of the day. I've started buying burger patties and making my own burgers. I mean, fucking good on you. Homemade burgers slap. Pro tip, don't even bother buying burger patties. Just buy ground beef. Just buy ground beef and form them into little balls and smash them down in the pan and make smash burgers. I just don't understand how to make it better. I can give you tips. I mean, one of, like, the recipes that I take the most pride in is my burgers. So I can give you all sorts of, recommendations for making it better. There is eventually a ceiling where, like, there's a lot of stuff you could do to make good burgers. But eventually you hit a ceiling where people are, like, it's like, oh, well, you need to, like, buy meat and grind it yourself or whatever. I should smash the burger? I don't know if it's hygienic. No. Source, trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. No, like you form it up into a ball, and then you put the ball in the pan, and you like squish it down with a spatula. I know we're doing a bit, but also in case you don't actually know, like that's how you do smash burgers. And that, in my opinion, is peak burger. I mean, sometimes you do want like a nice barbecue burger, where it's like a thick patty and you put it on a grill and stuff. That's good too. I have no comment on like smash burger versus regular like grill burger superiority, because I like both. However, smash burgers are usually my preference, and they're easier to make indoors without having like a whole outdoor grill and stuff. I bought a George Foreman grill. George Foreman grill is good. Personally, I like doing stuff in like a frying pan. But George Foreman will make tasty food. Made some burger patties and it was quite nice. Yeah, for sure. I always used to do that with when I lived with my dad. I would make like frozen burger patties, and I would always do those in the George Foreman. Even for an electric grill, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna. Ah, hi Zen, how's it going? Thank you for the dink water. I'm just gonna put this thing way up here, and that's fine. Okay, I think we're good. I think we got everything. Let's do a quick body count in here. It's all about convenience. Yeah. I mean, I can send you a burger recipe. It's no sweat. It's a little more work, but you'll thank me. Sleepy, what about you? I'm doing good. Well, okay. It's been kind of a shitty week. I'm doing good tonight. It's been a shitty week. A stressful bunch of days. I was originally gonna do Deus Ex tonight, but I don't have the spoons for it, so we're doing Star Citizen and just kind of fucking around, schlepping boxes. You know, could be worse. I hope you're doing okay aside from being sleepy. We're talking about food. Let's see, so these are the ones we want. So it's 81 and 12. So we're looking for 93 SCU. That's how those numbers work out, right? So this is all filled except for this. This is 8, 16, 32, 64, fuck, 72, 80, 84, 88, 92, 93. Perfect. Emmy wants me to smash burgers. I do want you to smash burgers. If you ever want to talk about it, or if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't reached out much lately, Zen. It's just been busy as fuck, but we should hang out and play something and chat more. And I have lots of food pictures to send you. I'm sorry I've been a little hard to get. I'm considering that option. You should definitely consider that option. No, like I said, I'll show you a recipe. Or like, I will literally write one for you. I don't give a shit. I love making burgers. Yeah, Zen, I'd be happy to reach out and kind of fill you in. Alright, let's kick this thing on and get out of here. Oh, we're on the station, so I gotta back out of here. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta get that thing open. I got like a burn mark on the front of my ship. How'd that happen? Alright. Let's just scoop back. Don't hit anything. Don't hit anything. Okay. So now we are going to Green Glade Station. Eh. So where is Green Glade Station? I mean, I'm so hyped for the Hatsune Miku movie. I hadn't even heard about it until you posted that meme. Could it buy a leek? I don't even know what a leek is. I think a leek is like a larger, milder green onion, more or less. Just a big spring onion? Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. Too close. What are you routing me to, computer? Here. Uh... I just unroute? Okay. Now let's see if I can do this. Oh, I gotta be on the other side of the planet to get there. I'm gonna go 100% Hatsune Cringe for it.
Quantum drive is
Fuck
now
yeah, live
off.
your best life. Be the Hatsune Crinju. We're just gonna jump over to this moon because it's easier than the alternative.
Drive is now on.
I wish I had a Miku shirt to wear. There's still time, right? Or it's out like now, isn't it? I don't know how that kind of thing just like flew under the radar for me for so long. I'm not like a crazy Hatsune Miku fan, but still. Honestly, the Miku movie has been the only thing keeping me going this week. Oh, that sucks.
Drive is now
I mean, I
on.
feel you. This week has been dog shit.
Is now off.
But I'm sorry that your week has been dog shit too. That sucks. I hope you have a better week soon. There we go. I hope at least the rest of the week is less shitty. Will Hot Topic sell Miku shirts? Oh, Hot Topic would almost certainly have Miku shirts. Check like Hot Topic and Spencer's. They probably have at least one between them. Hi Jam, how's it going? Hope you're having a good week, Jam. I also didn't know it was screening in the US till I saw ads on Instagram. A lot of times movies like that will be in like little artsy art house theaters and stuff like that. At least that's how it's been where I'm from.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, we're just gonna like gun it the rest of the way. Nearest Hot Topic is an hour away? Jesus Christ, you're in buttfuck nowhere. Trudging through, I fucking feel that. Apparently it's just been like that for everyone this week. Fuck this week. All my homies hate this week. And also just generally this year so far.
Shield system online.
Alright, give me a hangar that's not a pain in the ass to get to. No, you're gonna send me across the whole station? That's just fucking rude. Kinda hate being so far away from everything. Trust me, I've lived like that. It sucks. I'm still not, like, super close to everything now. But I'm better than I was when I started streaming. When I started streaming, I was a lot further out, and it blew mega ass. There's a lot of places like that in America. Isolation is also nice in its own way because it's not so crowded. Yeah, that can be nice. You give up a lot to have that isolation. Okay. Just swing it in here.
Landing
At
gear.
least I'm not 5 hours away from civilization. Yeah. Oh, I caught my fucking wing on the hangar door. Ugh, fuck. I fucked it up. Oh, that could have gone worse. Oh. Do I get away with it? Do I get away with it, chat? Oh, that's really cutting it close. wonder if that left a mark on my fucking wing. I like dinked it out there or something. Have you played No Man's Sky, Amy? Yeah, I've streamed No Man's Sky, and eventually decided it was not a very good stream game because it usually got pretty quiet when I played it. Ah, this parking job is good for unloading though, which is really all I wanted. Take your medicine! Medicine for the children! Here you go! Handled with the utmost care. No shit, yeah? Yeah. I saw you play it too. Yeah, I've had some fun with No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky is like, after a while I feel like I kind of see the code. Like I kind of feel like I've seen all the Lego pieces that the game is made out of. And once I see them combined a different way for the 50th time, it's kind of like, okay, get some new pieces. Amy going all Balto. Asti would be delighted to hear you say that if she's here. She might be working. She does that sometimes. Asti, if you're here, Kelvin made a Balto reference. Yeah, literally, like, throwing my medicine off of a cliff, just like Balto, for real, for real. No Man's Sky struggles to feel relevant after a while. I mean, literally, like, it feels like, I don't know. No Man's Sky is one of those things where it's like, if I zone out, I can kind of have fun building a base and, like, trying to get a production line up for, like, heat coils or whatever the fuck. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. But when you're just exploring in No Man's Sky or resource harvesting, I really don't like the resource harvesting in No Man's Sky. It's just kind of shooting everything with a laser, and they don't even really put much flavor on the laser to make it feel different. It's just, I wish it had more than 3 alien races because I hate all 3 of them. I think part of the writing, that's another thing about No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, I understand they were trying to achieve a very specific tone and a very specific feeling with their writing. But that tone sucks. I mean, you can fight me on it, but that tone sucks ass. Because they're trying to achieve this feeling of like, oh, you're in an isolated place, there's alien races, and everything feels kind of wrong, and there's a touch of sinister. That sucks. I like the learning the alien languages part. I think that's really fun. But they did make every alien race like distinctly unlikable in different ways. And that's like, that feels intentional. It feels very intentional that they made them unlikable. And I kind of hate it. All right, we're just gonna select all of this, move it on the elevator, bring it back up. We're making like okay money from this. Have I ranked up yet? Kovalex, do you love me yet? Oh, I have ranked up actually. Oh, maybe after we load this stuff up, we can see if there's any new missions. Any new missions that we can get. It's one thing I'm trying to achieve tonight. I'm trying to run a lot of fucking cargo and rank up with the company that I'm doing the jobs for. Today I learned Emmy loves her laser tasting like umami. I mean, I'll use Star Citizen as a point of direct comparison here. This game is called Beam Citizen as an in-joke because there's a healing beam, there's a tractor beam, there's a salvage beam, there's a mining beam, everything is beams. But at least all the beams feel kind of different. Like, they have different effects and stuff, and they have different, like, gameplay styles associated with them. So even if you're just fucking around with beams all day, at least it's not shooting every plant and every rock and everything with the same beam. I know the lore is wild for the alien races, but man, give me something to look at. Don't make me recoil in disgust at all of them. Ah, man, this is gonna give me trouble, isn't it? Or make them all look so samey. I mean, I just think that, like, even lore-wise and writing-wise, they're, like, unlikable. They're all bastards. They're all bastards in different ways. It sucks. Bro, you gotta throw me a bone here with this tractor beam. Oh, it's like there's an invisible object in here that's in the way. So really, this is the worst vehicle for the job. Yeah, they make them all bastards, and they make them all, like, kind of threatening in, like, different ways, and everything is kind of... It's like you're alone in the universe and everything is indifferent to you, and that's, like, the point. That's, like, how it's supposed to feel. And I get that that can be an interesting feeling to explore, but A, if I'm gonna be spending 80 or 100 hours with a game, that's not really how I want it to feel. And B, I don't think No Man's Sky explores it especially well. Sad fact is I don't think they can add new alien races either. Oh, what? Because it's, like, programmed in a weird way? Sucks that any star system you visit can only belong to one of the three. Yeah, and there's, like, abandoned or unexplored ones, which sometimes end up being my favorite. I know they have, like, the rebel ones now, too. It's like I don't even want to hop from system to system. Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky has come a long way over the years, and they definitely have some interesting stuff going for it now. But, like, some of the problems I have with No Man's Sky and some of the reason that I get sick of No Man's Sky is, like, fundamental. Like, the inventory management and the crafting and the, like, resource harvesting, a lot of the basic foundation of that game just gets so old after a while. The Rebel ones were a welcome addition. Yeah, definitely different. They didn't update them with the new station designs, though. The abandoned ones are also so spooky. Yeah, I like some of the, like, spooky stuff in No Man's Sky, but when it's like everything is supposed to feel a little, like, vaguely threatening, it's like you run out of patience for that for a while. I do feel like every time I return, the game does always improve, but a few core issues remain. Yeah, that's very much where I'm at. There's always, like, some new stuff to do. There's always some interesting avenues to follow. But the stuff that, like, makes me tired of it is usually core stuff. There are some pretty good mods that can improve on some of that stuff. Like, there's mods that even improve how the terrain is generated and everything. That can get complicated in multiplayer, of course, but it can make everything a little more diverse and interesting. Because one of the big things I get sick of is just everything just ends up looking samey. It's like everything got thrown into a blender. And that's one thing I do appreciate about Star Citizen is that, like, they have procedurally generated, like, planet surfaces, but a lot of the areas you can go are unique. There are also a lot of copy-paste ones, but there are a lot of, like, uniquely crafted areas in ways that go a little beyond what No Man's Sky has. I disagree. Disagree on what? I said, like, 5 things. Which one are you disagreeing with? Sometimes planets can get so funky. Funky is not quite the same as, like, unique. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever found a planet in No Man's Sky where I was truly like, oh, this is, like, really beautiful and impressive. I think it's always just been kind of a big clump of voxels. Kind of like how Space Engineers planets are. The generation has never impressed me. Like when I play Minecraft, sometimes I'll see something where it's like, oh, that's genuinely beautiful. I want to make like a house here or whatever. But I don't think I've ever really had that feeling in No Man's Sky, where I was like caught off guard by how something generated. It'd just be like I'd go to a planet and there'd be bubbles as like the minerals. But it's like, okay, well, that's just one of many options. And if you look long enough, you're going to find 5 more, bubble mineral planets. It's not unique. I play on the Switch and I found a few beautiful planets. Hell yeah. One beautiful planet with yellow prairies and the weird orb aliens. I'm trying to like think back on all the No Man's Sky planets I've been to and the ones that I decided to build bases on. And I play on the Switch. Yeah, I assume the detail and everything is turned down at least a little bit, right? Okay, should be able to get... Guess it's all about luck. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just procedural generation. So there's only so much that it can do without somebody actually like contributing art assets. What's that one alien world with wild storms that made everything monochrome? Ah, yeah, the ones that change like the color grading like that are kind of interesting. Oh, alien planet? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, get in there. I might use another bay for these. I mean, I could probably stack all these up in this bay and be fine. Here, let's just put them all over here and see what we can get away with. Water roads kind of suck though, TVH. I know they added some stuff for like underwater gameplay, didn't they? In one of the more recent updates? I want to say that was one of the big additions. And there's one that looked like it had been smashed up with a lot of giant craters and the gravity was super low. Hey, why does it say trespassing? What the fuck? Hello? This is my hangar, you punks. Gravity is super low, so you could jump across the huge craters? Hell yeah. They've improved the underwater now? So there's been submersibles and underwater bases for the longest time? Yeah, but like not a lot to do underwater. I remember I did one of their expeditions, and it kind of wore me down. Like by the time I finished the expedition, I was like, I'm done. I'm good with No Man's Sky. I'm ready to call it. And they're FOMO. They're like time sensitive too, which kind of sucks. I think that's what kind of shook me off of it last time, was I did that expedition and after I finished it, I pretty much had my fill. Okay, what is this? 3, 7, 11. 11 boxes of waste. Oh, I gotta submit that. Let's see. Yep, 11 boxes of waste, 92 of whatever this other shit is. Okay, so that's 32, 64. 96. Right. No. 64, 80, 88, 92. Alright. Everything accounted for. Nothing beats underwater like Subnautica. Subnautica does have some really good underwater. Although there's, in those parts of the game where you go above the water in Subnautica, it's so obvious that the game was made to just be underwater. Because everything, like, calls out super close. It all, like, calls out super close because it's, yeah, you're expected to have that fog everywhere. I should probably close everything up, huh?
Landing gear up.
There we go. I need, like, a rear view mirror in this thing. Oops, I thought I was in decoupled mode. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we are just going to zip back to Everest Harbor. Just gonna be a weird series of jumps, but should be fine. We're gonna clip the top off this big rock. Boop. Ah, shit, I was gonna look for other missions there. Ah, well. Doesn't matter. We'll check when we get there. See if we can get a big spicy junior rank mission.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright. Now we're gonna jump some orbital markers. Is this shipment? Yeah, we're just running some cargo, that's all. How you doing, Rebel?
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
I think Everest is still on the other side.
Drive is now on.
So we gotta do a little bit of zipping around.
Is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Now we'll just go dump all this shit off. Trying to find someone doing shipment, not many people doing it. Yeah, I assume everybody's doing the events right now. All the Align and Mine stuff.
Shield system online.
Did I put my fucking atlas back in the ship, or did I forget? I think I forgot to load up my atlas when I left. I might have to reclaim it. Oops. The classic mistake. Oh well, that should take like 5 seconds to reclaim. Now I just have to see if I can reclaim it without storing my cat. I think I have a stupid plan for that, though. Alright, let's see if we can do, like, maybe a 5 or 10% better parking job than last time.
Landing gear down.
Let's not clip the wing this time. I bet, could you do some mining? I don't actually have any mining ships. No, I'm pretty much just chilling doing this tonight. Yep, I totally left my atlas behind. Okay, well, I'm a genius. And I broke my buttons. I'm just on a roll, apparently. Oops, that's not the button I wanted to hit. That's fine. We're just gonna huck all this out the doors. With only the utmost care. Is this game worth it? Never played? I mostly try to convince people not to get it, honestly. If you've played, like, alpha stuff, like Alpha Elite Dangerous, and games that are broken or just might not work on any given day, you know, maybe, but I think most of the time your money would be better spent elsewhere. Unless you really specifically want to play what this game has to offer. You gotta be real patient with it, because sometimes you gotta play and it's just a fucking trash fire. And it's just like, well, shit, I guess we'll do something else. Go on. I guess I'll just use the ship tractor beam today, since I was very silly and forgot my atlas. I guess I could go ahead and start the claim on that. Alright, that's one bay done. Let's just run over here. And I think there's actually a, there might be a free fly on. I actually forget, but I saw some people talking about it. So you might actually be able to try it for free and see what you think of it. Yeah, Atlas destroyed. Oopies.
Your insurance claim.
2.5 minutes. This will take me at least like 5, so that's fine. Okay. Let's just huck all of this out the side. Everything handled with care, like a true professional. Handle their shit like the fucking TSA. I mean, it's just big boxes of silicon. It can only break so bad, right? Okay, that's fine. Don't freak out, any, but Ash is talking about fighting a wolf for you? Fighting a wolf for me? Would fight a wolf to save me? I mean, there is one wolf that I could see her fighting, but I don't know, I can't see them getting in a fight.
Hello and welcome aboard your drink interplanetary craft.
Alright. Since the Atlas is busted because I'm a genius, we're just gonna use the ship tractor beam to huck all this over. Yeet. Which in some ways is actually a little bit less ornery than the Atlas. At least this can really just whip everything around nice and quick. Go on, in you go, in you go. After this, we can look at the next rank of missions and see if I unlocked anything interesting. I kinda wanna go to one of the distribution centers. It's probably a little slower than just going to a space station, but like, they're cool. I like them. And I can almost just shove them all at once. Just give me like a tractor field so I can shotgun everything together and yeet it into the elevator. Okay, 4 more boxes. Oops. Bump that one a little bit. That's probably fine. There. Alright. Let's go see if we got everything. Here, just kick this back open. Hup. Ow! Alright, let's see. If we send it down, 11 of 11 and 12 of 12. Perfect. Gary's mod noises coming from the elevator. Alright. That should taking care of all of them. Yeah, we're doing good. Let's see what kind of missions we got now for junior rank. And let's see how our rep is doing. Yes, we're not really far into junior yet. Let's see if we could just find a big haul go in the same place. God there is just an absolute fuck ton of missions. Up. Are we actually gonna see the dice, or am I gonna have to average it out again? This game and OBS kind of pushes my computer to the limit, so you might not see the dice today. And if the dice don't pop up, I'm just gonna do 10 squats and 30 seconds of planks, because that's, your average roll. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're popping up. Okay. Well, 10 squats. Let's go. Get a perfectly average exercise experience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now 30 seconds of planks. Exercise done. When we hear the trumpet, yeah, I don't have enough CPU for dice right now, apparently. Thank you for the dink water. Let's see. I try to just fly direct. So let's just try to stick to junior ranks. Oh, goodness. So we're small. So we're small. So we're all just like flying all over the place. Planetary medium. That's what we want. We want some medium cargo runs. So really, some like junior rank, direct planetary medium. This is what we want. But this is a facility that might break on us. Direct local small. Direct planetary medium. Okay, that's a good one. Coflex Distribution Center. Direct planetary medium. Oh, we got 2 junior ranks just going from the space station to the spaceport. That sounds good to me. They really need to work on this mission list. That was a direct planetary medium. I can't find that other one in here. Well, I suppose it would be red, wouldn't it? Direct planetary medium, there it is. Oh, there's another one. This is about halfway down the list. So what have I got right now? 101, 95. I can do both of those and then some. We're gonna have to use multiple bays for this one. Uh, Direct planetary medium. Nope, that's not it. Direct planetary medium. Nope, still not it. Direct planetary medium. That's the one. Okay. Not quite. Oh, we can do that one too. Extra 50k, fuck it. Start at the bottom, shit. Solar, 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 interstellar, solar, interstellar, solar. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Planetary. Direct planetary. There's another one, another 37k. Should be able to run all 5 of these missions at once in this thing. $300 something SCU. This desperately needs a search bar. Oh, there's another one. Uh, Surely that's all of them. Nope, there's another one. They're all going Everest to Teasa. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yeah, that looks like all of them. Okay. Well, that's gonna be a shit ton of cargo. Now, the big question is, can I call up the Atlas while this thing is not stored? I mean, I know hypothetically yes, but can I put it in hover over the pad and get away with it? This is going to be an extremely silly time-saving measure.
Engines online. Launch complete.
Oops, that's not what I want. Okay,
Landing.
let's get silly with it. So what we want is we want the personnel elevator to be close enough to the ground that we can jump back onto it. But we want the ship to not be resting on the ground, so we can open the ship storage area and bring up another vehicle. So let's see if we could do it. Okay, that should be fine. So now we're gonna hop down the elevator. Okay, I will be able to get back on this. But the ship should still be in hover and not resting on the ground. So the big question is, if I brought this up, yeah, so the ship is hovering. So now, can I call out the Atlas? Oh. Did they impound it? Did they impound my fucking caterpillar? No, they just stored it. Okay, that's fine. That saves me... Oh, it doesn't save me any time. Well, I would have been able to do it if I had somebody else, but... That's fine. That's about what I expected. Okay, well, while we're waiting for that thing to come up, we can bring up our cargo. So let's send that down. Now let's see. What are we working with here? So this is all mission stuff. So move it all onto the elevator. That's 334 SCU. That's like a cakewalk for a caterpillar. Let's see what we're working with here. We are going to load all of that up onto our ship. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but that's fine. So let's... bring our little loader bot over here. Okay, good. We're able to get stuff from the hangar, or from the cargo elevator. That's a great sign. Alright, we'll park this thing right here. And we'll bring our freighter back out.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieve Vehicles. Your vehicle has been ordered.
So how many missions did we end up accepting? It was like 7. Yeah, we got 7 missions that we're going to be running at the same time. Because our ship can carry all of this shit. Doing all these little boxes is gonna suck just a little bit, but we'll try to make it quick. Oh, these are nice and like merged. It's just this big pile right here that I'm gonna hate a little bit. And now we have another problem, and that's that this ship can't really spin around in here. So we'll do our best. We'll do our best to get this thing positioned in a way that's convenient for loading. Is all my shit still in here, as it should be? Yeah, more or less. I forget what was so special about this undersuit that we decided to leave it out on the counter. I suppose I don't really need to do that. Adventure undersuit sea green. Who cares? This may be my last cargo run of the night, because it is a pretty big one. So let me see if I can just... I can't fully turn this thing like 90 degrees, but I can get it at least like this. Hopefully I haven't created a problem for myself. No, that's fine. That's great. Okay.
Engines offline.
Kick the engines off. I might actually use the ship tractor beam instead of the robot. This might actually be preferable. Let's see. Ooh, no, I probably need to use the robot for a bit.
Your systems are online.
Just because my ship beams just are not really where I need them to be. Alright. Let's get it all out of the elevator. Don't have to worry too much about where I place everything, 'cause it's all going to the same place. This is definitely getting to be the size of cargo hull where you'd want to have a team on hand to help you just schlep it all. With little shipments, it's like not a big deal hucking it all on your ship by yourself, but you're moving like hundreds of SCU of garbage. It's kind of like, okay, I would like to have people helping me move this stuff around now. It's the stuff in the back where this thing really struggles. Okay. I hope that the caterpillar eventually gets updated with some more effective tractor beam locations. Because right now, the ship-mounted tractor beams are not really the best at reaching a lot of the stuff you gotta move. Come in handy for moving stuff around the ship, but they can't really load the ship. Let's just get these guys out of here. Just shove all these right out of the elevator. Gonna look like a container ship on our way out of here. Go on, up you go, up you go. Don't be shy. Eh, come on. Come on, buddy. There you go. Alright. Let's get it moving and we'll do it in stages. Have it take me up. And send it back down. And we'll get as many of these big fuckers loaded up as possible. Oh, come on now. Behave for me. Oh, that one didn't lock down. That's why it's not giving me the option. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Well, now we kill a minute and we hope nothing gets lost. Uh, Definitely gonna be the last cargo shipment at this rate. Ah. We should make some serious money on it as long as nothing breaks. Come on, server. I believe in you, kind of. Little bit. Hey, there we go. Yep, looks good to me. Looks like a full server recovery. Are we picky about blocking off the front bay? It's okay, I have a way of getting into the front bay. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. No, they're not picky about blocking off the front bay. There's just a weirdly specific place I had to work with. Whoa, don't fall. Oh, there's a water bottle in here. Is that why? Is that why it wasn't locking down? Was it blocked by the water bottle? Who left this on my ship? Somebody littered in my ship and it fucked up my whole operation. All right. Just occurred to me. I totally forgot to make a go live tweet or a skeet or blue sky or whatever. Uh it's been 2.5 hours. Whoops. I think I'm just gonna make it now and be like, hey, I'm probably going for another 30 minutes. Whoopsies. Because I went through the trouble of making promo art for it. So I might as well. Okay, there we go. That's probably fine. Let's get these last few boxes on here. We'll fill out this bay and then we'll get started on the next one. Trying to think what the biggest cargo load I've done in this ship is. I don't know if I've ever actually, like, filled it all the way up, at least not under this cargo system. Alright, more big boxes. Okay, we should probably use the Atlas to get as many of these out in the open as we can. Or I suppose I could use the ship tractor beam at this point. We just gotta get them... Just gotta get them out of the back rows. 'Cause the back rows are where we really can't reach them from elsewhere. Oh, another quad box. We'll just shove all of these to the front few rows. God, this really is just a hell of crates. Eh, hell of my own making. Scoot all of these forward. Glad these are all going to the same place, otherwise I'd need to organize them all. Which would be a little much to handle right now. Okay, don't carry his mud too hard up here. There you go. Have I bit off more than I can chew? We will find out shortly. Have I... Have I accepted too large of a load? I had been led to believe that there was no such thing. Eh. Okay, that should be... hopefully that should all be possible to grab from the outside. So we'll just hop in the ship tractor beam and see what we can do. So we've got another 2 bays. I think we should handily be able to do all of this. The only question being, can we do it efficiently? Trucking in the same ship I used in the same paint, huh? I love Caterpillar Stormbringer. I've been wrecking this ship for... Christ, probably like 4 or 5 years now. I don't remember when I originally upgraded to it. That's the Foundation Fest one? Nah, just Stormbringer. I love Stormbringer. Stormbringer and Icebreaker are the ones I usually run if I have them. How you doing, Shirley? It's good to see ya. Yeah, I'm a sucker for the... I'm a sucker for the gray and blue. Oops, I dinked myself out of my tractor beam. Oh, hi Shirley! Thank you so much for the raid! You snuck in right before your raid started. Hi everybody! If you haven't been here before, my name's Ami Kasumi. I'm a Foxgirl VTuber and variety streamer, and normally I have a little bit more 3D, but OBS and Star Citizen at the same time is about all my computer can handle. But how are you doing today? What were you doing? What were you playing? Were you also doing some Star Citizen tonight? I know I've seen you playing with Bazu a lot. Yeah, originally I was gonna be doing Deus Ex tonight, but I just kind of did not have the brain cells for it, so I wanted to just do some kind of comfy hauling runs. On the way to Magnus Gateway for the end of my trucking? Hell yeah. This is probably gonna be my last run, but I still got quite a bit of loading to do. But we're just going from Everest Harbor down to Lorville. And just dumping a bunch of stuff. I found like 7 missions going from Everest to Lorville. So I am simply doing the logical thing and running all of 7 of them at the same time. Because I'm slightly insane. I'm beginning to realize that I wish I had done this with like 2 other people in the ship. 3,953 SCU of processed food for 700k? Oh, so you're doing like trade runs. Are you running like a Hull C or something? Or did you do a bunch of like separate runs? I don't know anything else that could possibly have that kind of capacity. Meow. Well, I hope you had a good trucking. I hope everything went nice and smoothly and you made lots of money. Oh, doing cargo contracts? Oh, really? With the Hull C? Hell yeah. I've never gotten, like, the really high-level cargo contracts. I just got to rank 2 tonight, which is about as far as I've ever... I might have gotten to member before, before the wipe. But, right now I'm just at junior rank. I'm hoping to get to some higher ranks and see what some of the bigger contracts look like. You're doing the grind the slow way? Oh, really? What's the fast way? Oh, that's a tiny-ass box. I thought that was a way bigger one. Oops. Oh, yeah, those are little, too. No, the buffering. Oh, no, I'm dropping frames. Oh, no. Thankfully, we haven't been dropping a lot of frames tonight. But I've definitely had a couple of times where my CPU has kind of gone a and started to struggle a little bit. Yeah, what's the fast way, Shirley? Ah. Meow. So I was definitely surprised when I got 7 missions for the same route. So I'm hoping that'll bump me up a rank pretty quick. Despite my 15-second delay or so, it feels I did 3x medium junior contracts from Seraphim to Orison with the caddy. Ah. I think this is... doing all the extra rookies slow down each trip significantly? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, because once you start moving up to juniors, they give you big boxes. I was thinking about that, because I got the big boxes, and they're pretty easy to just huck all these in the ship. But the rookies give me a bunch of 1 SCU crates, so I was thinking of ditching those next time. But, obviously I don't want to abandon them now. But next time I'll probably be a little bit smarter about it. Although partly, I took a bunch of those for the money. just so I could net like an extra 150K or something off of them. Yeah, all the small boxes take time to load. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when I opened the cargo elevator and I saw the big boxes and then I saw the giant pile of little boxes, I kind of went, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't have taken all those. Seraphim does all 3 to Orison, then you just go back for 3 more and repeat? Yeah. Ah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna omit the rookie ones after this run. For my own sanity. There you go. I think I should be able to fit all the little ones in the back bay. Not have to squeeze them all in behind the other stuff. I won't remember to experienced in one day grinding that for a long time. Whew. Yeah, I like to bounce around a lot. Because I have a vulture, so a lot of times I'll be doing salvage. And sometimes I just goof around doing bunker runs. So a lot of times I end up not getting a lot of experience for one particular organization. I don't really build up my rep because I just kind of like the variety. Ah. But I do want to do a day with some friends where I'm just doing a big cargo convoy with some people. I'd do other things if they didn't nerf my reclaimer. What'd they do to the reclaimer? I'm actually hoping to get a reclaimer with my group so we can do some higher level salvage. I just like going to Pyro and like munching parked ships. Hour to make 500K versus hour to make 1.5 mil. I'm kind of sold on the cargo running. Yeah. I mean, in terms of profit versus time, this game is always like skewed towards one thing at a time. It's always been like bounties are abjectly more profitable, or salvage is abjectly more profitable, or mining is. Like they've never really been good at balancing it, which I guess alpha, but like still. Salvage rate was reduced by 35% or so. Youch, that's a big nerf. Trevor had the high pay mission? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the like fight for pyro missions. I mean, that's the thing right now is like you'll get stuff like fight for pyro that just like, yeah, if you want to make money, do our event. Everything else is like kind of meaningless. But sometimes I get on this game to try to make money, but sometimes I kind of don't give a shit. Sometimes it's just like, I just want to goof off and have fun. Sometimes I feel like hull scraping. Sometimes I feel like doing combat. You know, I don't really like grinding the same thing forever and ever. I get bored. Oh, the supplier die one. I didn't even play supplier die. I did the pyro missions. That's how I got my vulture, but I never really fucked with supplier die. Boop. There we go. Hey, welcome, Thomas. How's it going? Made millions off of bounty hunting on it? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I haven't really been... Oh, got Mayor Starlancer Max? Hell yeah, I know she really liked that ship. It's good to hear y'all were able to get her one. I don't really know what I'm gunning for next personally. I might get like a fighter. I might just get like a Gladius or something. I wish there were more fighters that were like up to date and had like the Rex in the inventory and stuff. So there's a lot of ships that are interesting to me, but just kind of like out of date. Doing well? Hell yeah, glad to hear it. All right. Let's see if we can make this as painless as possible. Just fling these motherfuckers all over here. There we go. Star Rancer Tech, Guardian MX, Asgard, and Paladin are going to be new in my hangar soon. Nice. Yeah, I just like my Caterpillar. I might get a Cutlass Black at some point. So I want to like see how that feels in this patch. I always thought about like upgrading my Avenger to a Cutlass Black, but I also just kind of love the Penguin. So I don't know if I could ever really give it up. Since all four might be flight ready within ILW next month. Oh yeah, we're coming up on Fleet Week, huh? That was fast. I kind of want one of those little Drake golems once that actually becomes purchasable in game. Just kind of a cute little mining ship. I'd fuck with that Drake Geo just for the jump jets too. So I might snag both of those in game. If not all four, at least three of them, being the Asgard, won't be flight ready worst case. But if it is, I'm excited to see its cargo potential and if it beats the Caddy. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even heard of the Asgard. I have no clue what that is. I know about the Ironclad. That's what I'm excited to see, but that's a ways out. I also still want to see the Liberator in game. Just a big old vehicle transport sounds fun. Oh, excuse you. Who told you could come back? Anvil's new heavy-duty transport. Huh. Yeah, they must have announced that recently, or I just completely missed it. Data miners found a audio file within the 4.1.1 PTU. Oh? God, you're right. These rookie missions were a mistake. No announcement? Oh, gotcha. Just kind of turned it up. Name was found in the 4.1 PTU before it went to Wave 1? Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Any images or anything, or is it just kind of nebulous right now? Okay. That's it for the cargo elevator. Deploying the Navy's heavy hitters to where they're needed most requires a heavy-duty transport, like the fleet's latest edition, the Anvil Aerospace Asgard. That's what's in the audio file? I mean, knowing Fleet Week, That sounds like it's gonna be one of those holograms for the not fight ready stuff. Because I think those usually have the little like museum audio flags or whatever. Alright, come on, Atlas. Time to get back in the ship. I might actually need most of that space in there this time, so I'm actually gonna put the Atlas back in the front bay. How about CIG stop fucking around and they hit me with the surprise Truckin? How about that? Ship that I will never ever own. Alright, come on. Get in there. Maybe if they have enough assets to push it to fight ready? Yeah, like they might have enough prefab assets. It depends. I guess it depends on their workflow back when they did the Carrack. Because I know, like, with RSI and Drake, they were focusing a lot on having those assets that they could kind of port to other stuff. But knowing CIG, if you look back at older stuff, who knows if half of that stuff is even usable now. Can't wait to try flying my friend's Kraken. I just want to, like... I just want to, like, land on one. I straight up just want to be a little hitchhiker on a Kraken. I think capital ships are fascinating, and that's one of the, like, most interesting ones that I've seen. Oh, God, this is awful. Oh, I'm also dying of dehydration. I should probably do something about that. Dink water. There we go. No longer about to perish. Yeet. Oh. That was a sad throw. Try again. Yeah. Oh, hit something. I hit the invisible mind goblin. Sure. Oh, this gives calories too. Yeet. Okay, back to work. Let's get the big ones first. Ah! Well, that was embarrassing. Guess only one SCUs fit under the railing. Come on. Yeah, okay. Only one SCUs under the railing. I guess I'll do the one SCUs first then. Fuck it. There you go. And only 20 or 30 of these. Yippee! Just want to tilt my caterpillar over above the cargo elevator and just dump all of these out the side. Yeah, I definitely created a bit of a mess for myself. But perhaps with the power of Ship Tractor Beam, we can make it a little more manageable on the exit trip. Thankfully, hucking everything out over the side is a little faster than loading everything up. Okay, it's going a little faster than I was worried it would. So now let's get all the chunky ones. If I can help it, I'd like to avoid having to use all the crawl space behind all the 8 SCU containers. I don't know if I'll get away with it, but I can try. The hard space OST is so necessary for this. I thought it would be a good fit. I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. I fucking love Shipbreaker. Yum. I gotta play some Shipbreaker again. I gotta stream it. I streamed it a while ago, and I know I finished the story mode on stream. Maybe I can start another run and do like an endless mode or something. God, I love Shipbreaker. It's an excellent game. Just very, very good ship salvage gameplay. I wish that salvaging components in Star Citizen was actually worth anything. But they had to nerf it because it was an exploit, more or less. So hopefully one day they'll address that and it'll be worth pulling components again. Never even finished it. It's a long game. I honestly don't even think... I don't think I'm even far in, but I love it. The final story mode is not actually super, super long. But it's a pretty fun little story. Shipbreaker is a great game, but missed potential in some areas. That's like any game, though. There's definitely some things that could have done a bit better, but that's just kind of how it is. All right. I am going to make the biggest, most chaotic Gmod pile of boxes when I get to TISA Spaceport. I am going to huck this shit out the side of my ship like we're sinking. There you go. Ah, nope, scoop forward. There you go. Got 4, 8, 10. 10 boxes left after this. The end is in sight, gang. Normally, I would pause a game for ad break, but realistically, I'll probably be like prepping for takeoff in 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna let the ads run, and I won't take off until the ads are over. How about that? How's that sound? Good, good. Go. I suppose I could do like a cargo count.
Go, go, go,
Oh,
go!
thank you for the mini Kiryu. Eh. Move, fucker. Okay, whatever, fine. Stay there forever. See if I care. I'll simply put one there. And... okay, just two more. Just two more boxes. Alright. God, the nerfed tractor beam, like extend and retract rate, is really fucking rough sometimes. Real fucking rough. Alright, that appears to be it. So let's take a tally of what we're supposed to have here. Let's just do some quick maths. Alright, that's 17. That's 31. That's 42. That is 138? 42? Yeah, 138. 143. Or 243, I mean. 300 and 344, right? No, 334. I think that's right. Okay. I should have noted it down. So... that is... 16, 32, 64, 96. 96 times 3, I'm pretty sure. So 300 minus 12. That's 288. Come on, bring me up. Okay, 288. 292, 296, 300, wait, 296, 300, 304, 308, 312, 316, 320, 324, 328, 332, 334. I think that's the number we came up with, right? Even if it's not, I'm gonna say it's fine. Because I don't feel like doing a box scavenger hunt. So let's get out of here. Welcome back from ads, everybody. It's time to leave. Gonna do a quick look-see around the hangar. Didn't forget any boxes, didn't leave anything on the floor. Alright. Let's close it up.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Alright. Set course for intercourse. I can ease that out of there. Yeah.
Shield system offline.
Okay, they're gonna make us duck down to... You know what?
Shield system online.
I
Shield system.
don't need quantum. We can simply kick it all the way up to max thrust. And we can just have a nice scenic landfall to wrap up the stream with. How about that? We're just gonna leave it in cruise. Leave cruise at maximum thrust. and enjoy the view. And Telva's gonna make me exercise while we fly there. And I'm assuming this is just gonna be another 10 squats and 30 seconds of planks, because my computer is choking too hard to show dice. For anybody new here, normally there would be dice on the screen for exercise redeems. But Star Citizen is a little too spicy for that, so I'm just taking averages. It'd be a d20 and a d6, so I'm just doing a 10 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that's squats. Planks. Alright, that's it for exercise. Probably for the rest of the night. But let's make planetfall. Oh, I don't know what that was, but a bunch of stuff refreshed. On way to now buy a mole, raft, and Valkyrie for free fly tomorrow to show friend the verse. Oh yeah. How is the raft nowadays? I heard some mixed stuff about it, but it is a cute little ship. I really want a Valkyrie. I love drop ships. I want like a Vanguard hoplite or a Valkyrie to do funky little drop ship missions. Does this game do a lot of like competitive type balancing? I know it's supposed to be super big scope. Not quite, they're not bad like Ubisoft. Ah! Hi Ash! Thank you so much for the raid, it's good to see you, I love you! You're raiding in the last 20 or 30 minutes of stream. But welcome. It's good to see everybody. For those of you who have not seen me before, hi, I'm Ami Kasumi. I'm a Fox Girl VTuber and variety streamer, and Ash is my partner.
Heyo.
Yeah, she is in the other room all along.
I said I would do this, and I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, no. Ow! Which one of you put her up to biting me?
Bye.
Thank you so much for the follow, Blood and Lucia. Appreciate you both.
I'm gonna start on dinner.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna start on dinner.
Yeah, sounds good. I should be done soon-ish. CIG does make some bad decisions, in my opinion. Yes, they do. Then later go back on bad decisions sometime. Also, yes. I hope y'all had a good stream. How was your stream? How was Sundered?
It was mostly me being lost and yapping.
Wait, what?
Mostly me being lost and yapping, but
Oh.
good.
Yeah, I've just kind of been yapping this stream too. I'm doing a big ol' cargo run. You wanna hang around and see how much shit is in my ship? Hi Hesty, look at your cute little Blinky.
I made that.
What'd you say?
I made that.
Do not. Not safe for Twitch. Ash like brandished a breast pump at me menacingly. This is all on her. I believe you. I don't know, but that's something fun to do with other partners. Yeah, when you're both streamers and you can go in and just harass each other, it's certainly a time. I mentioned a physical raid? Oh. Hi Pug, how's it going? But yeah, originally, for those of you who have just arrived, originally tonight was going to be a Deus Ex night. but I kind of did not have the brain cells for Deus Ex tonight, so it has turned into a Star Citizen cargo running night. There's been a lot of hucking boxes around. I think that's the TISA spaceport signs out there. No, it is totally not. Okay. I'm in the industrial district. I need to turn around. They go back on them? At least they listen sometimes? Yeah. So I have a lot of words about CIG. A lot of them are not nice. The short version is they have some very excellent, talented designers, but a lot of times they're very naive and sometimes just refuse to pay attention to shit they should be paying attention to. Like, so many of their systems, they reinvent the wheel when it's like, hey, there is a reason that they didn't do these things in the industry, and you maybe should have paid attention to the last 30 years of game design that would have told you it's a bad idea. That kind of thing. As a viewer, I love to see the streamer partner interacting with a streamer while they live. It's always adorable. Yeah, for sure. Especially when you can egg them on to get them to go and harass each other. But yeah, it's good to see you all. The rest of this stream is probably going to be me yapping and unloading this ship, but please feel free to hang around and drop a follow if you want to see what more regular streams are like next time. Okay, what hangar have you given me? What hell have you consigned me to today? Also, I apologize if I apologize for the frame rate issues and if stream is ever buffering or anything. Turns out that Star Citizen and OBS are about the limit of what my computer can take right now. My computer's a little bit out of date, so it can kind of handle one spicy game, but not necessarily streaming spicy game. Cargo running? I mean, yeah, it'd be hard for it to go without it running. It's so true, Jam. Tarkov had a bug a few lives ago where some players were invisible to other players. And that was a bug that we solved like 11 years ago minimum with server-side via asset checkers and stuff. Jesus Christ. Should follow and see 3D Emmy next stream? Hey, if you stick around until after I close the game, you'll be able to see 3D Emmy this stream. She looks like this, just not flat. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of sidle this thing up to the cargo elevator as best as I can to make this not miserable. Okay, yeah, so our stuff is going into that open elevator over there. So let's try and... We're just gonna scooch it, and scooch it, and scooch it. Okay, we gotta lift off a little. There we go. And scooch. There, that's fine. That'll work. We're gonna throw all the doors open. Fair and very understandable. Cargo running? No, cargo driving! How dare you? Why would you do this to me, Jam? I'm gonna turn off the engines while I'm at it. Very much not flat. Yeah, I mean, even my PNG isn't flat, but I am a cardboard cutout. I don't know, that doesn't look like flat to me. I appreciate it. I did draw my own PNG and I did make my own model, so I'm very proud of the assets. Alright. Some of this may or may not be fragile. I don't really care. We're gonna throw it out of the ship like we're sinking. Like we're bailing water out of a fucking pirate ship. Yeet. I kind of played myself because I took a bunch of missions that had these little tiny boxes when I should have taken more missions for big boxes. Emmy will remember this next time. But the last 30 minutes before the raid were just me putting all this stuff on the ship. We're gonna try to cut the unloading time in half if we can get away with it. This is the kind of like volume of cargo where you ideally want to have some friends throwing the shit around for you. Could get cardboard cutout of your PNG printed? That'd be kind of sick. That'd be fun. You think people would buy that? Is that a merch idea? Would y'all buy cardboard cutout Emmys? I wonder if I could draw a decent, like, body pillow design. So Ash doesn't feel lonely when you're out? Ah. Yeah, I'd have to leave, like, a little voice recorder with, like, Emmy lines. Like, hey, fucker! And bite me. Except not really. Okay, we've already... This is like the hardest bay. So the fact that this bay is already mostly empty is a good sign. 'Cause this is gonna be the pain in the ass for today. I want to 3D print my model. We can do that. I know Vroid and Blender can both export to STLs. So I mean, I could 3D print your model once the 3D printer is up and running again. Set up one of those pet cams and just talk to me and fire out treats. Ah, that'd be so cute. Pet cam Ashy. Okay, get all this garbage out of my ship. I don't ever want to see any of this again. What 3D printer do you like? Or do you have? I basically have the bare minimum. I've got a Creality Ender 3 that I assembled myself. But unfortunately, we had a bit of an issue with the Bowden tube spitting a bunch of fucking filament inside the heat block. So I basically have to, like, either get a new heat block, which wouldn't be expensive, or get, like, a fucking torch and blast out all the remaining plastic. Hey, welcome, Meta Knight. Pet treat dispenser redeem. Aww. The way my eyes are set up, they'd have to be printed on, so I need to sculpt in some things that are textures. Seems like a good idea to have with a long-distance partner. Yeah, they give your partner a treat button. That's just like Venmoing me for Burger King. That's all that is. It's like, go get yourself a treat. Go get a burger. Alright, I'm just gonna pick all this stuff up with the ship tractor beam and just shove it back in there. It thankfully does not need to be particularly organized. So we're just gonna huck it all in there and, you know, pretend it's fine. I have a Saturn 3 Ultra. I've never heard of the Saturns. That's a new brand to me. What's it like? Is it enclosed? I really want to get an enclosed one day. And maybe if I ever have good enough ventilation, I'd like to get a resin printer, because those are good for printing figures and stuff. And a lot of what I print is like terrain and stuff for tabletop gaming. But I haven't used it since I moved to this place, just because it's kind of been not set up. It's a resin printer? Oh, hell yeah. You ever print like miniatures and stuff with it? That's what I would really want for like printing VTuber models. Printer is made by Elegoo. That rings a bell, but nothing's sticking out in my head. Yeah, oh hell yeah. Do you do like tabletop gaming and stuff? Or just like printing for like model purposes? Either way is fucking rad. That's what I ultimately want the ability to do. Trying to think of where I would set a resin printer up in an apartment. If I could set up like an exhaust fan or something to dump it out an apartment window. Have it in a grow tent with a giant carbon block filter that vents outside when I run it. Oh, it's a smart way to do it. Small amount, play D&D and Kingdom Death Monster? Never heard of Kingdom Death Monster before. What's that one like? I've done some D&D, but that's... I've done some D&D in like a few other systems, but mostly D&D. In fact, that's actually where my VTuber comes from. As my VTuber is the latest in a long line of Emmys dating back to a D&D campaign from 2017. Using a grow temp for this is genius? Yeah, that's really smart. Very good idea. I would just want something like a portable AC where it has like the hose that you can connect to a window. I'd want to set it up like that if I could. And I assume if it's enclosed, you could maybe do something like that. But I don't know. I'm not super familiar with a lot of 3D printers outside my own. Okay, once we get all of the little boxes out of the way, the big boxes should thankfully be not nearly as bad, because there's like, what, 12 big boxes in each bay? So we got like 36 big boxes, and we had like a fucktillion small boxes, which is my own fault. They're made to contain smelly plants? Ah, so they're like naturally airtight. Or not airtight, but like, you know. Ah. Ah, that scrolled past me a little too fast. Kingdom Death Monster is a journey. It's like Dark Souls meets Civilization Builder as a board game. Oh, that sounds really cool. With some Monster Hunter elements. Thought you were playing Star Trekker? Half correct, I guess? Yeah, I'm Star Trekking and Star Citizen. But, you know, I'm getting very hands-on with my cargo. How you doing, Lucy? I hope you've been having a better week than literally everyone else, because apparently everyone has had a shitty week this week. Pretty airtight and have slots for ventilation? Interesting. Very interesting. How big is a grow tent like that? Because, yeah, I've definitely been trying to figure out, like, solutions to setting this stuff in an apartment. Eh. Dang. Sorry to hear that, Lucy. I hope it gets better. At the very least, at least we're halfway through the week. I'm gonna go grab food, have fun with boxes, have fun with food! Tell me what you get. Ash is in there making some tofu. She's got a pretty good recipe for doing some, like, crispy fried tofu with rice. Yet another place I'm not the only one who can go by Lucy. Yeah, I'd probably call you Lucia if Lucy Kaida is in the room. And speaking of, we gotta find another game to play sometime, Lucy. Mine's 36 by 36 by 72 with it on the side. Gets smaller, but I wanted one with some decent space. Yeah, that's pretty compact. Luckily, sausage rolls and cheap beer. That's very... yeah. Sausage roll could be really nice right now, actually. Oh, tofu, I got distracted. I mean, we can also be extra lazy and give in to the fast food temptation again, but we gotta do that tofu sooner or later. Alright, you know the drill. Out, on the floor. This is what I would have liked to be exclusively transporting. Just big boxes, where you don't have to piecemeal move around all those little single ones. Still funny, this is the second time that it happens. It's a fairly common name. Need something greasy after night shift? Valid. Mage Ward and I wanted to play Terraria, maybe? We're also thinking Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain 2 is really easy to just hop into. Since it's in the basement, I have it slightly insulated with a small space near the heater to keep the temperatures even. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I usually just have a fan blowing near mine. But of course, that has its own problems. resisting the urge to drop 500 bits to distract Dash further. If you drop 500 bits, I'll have slightly more justification to go get fast food, so I won't complain. So either you resist your urge, or I resist mine. Yeah, either of those sound good, Lucy. I don't know if I would have it in me to do like a big recurring Terraria stream, but Risk of Rain is very easy to just like hop into and hang out sometime. I also want to do like an American Truck Simulator collab with you, so I know y'all do that sometimes. White Castle sliders. Oh god, White Castle sliders. I was voice training with Ashi last night, and she was asking me how to do a good sultry voice. And the practice phrase ended up being White Castle sliders. PLA and ABS can be pretty sensitive to fans. Yeah, I'm generally printing with PLA. I haven't experimented with a lot of other materials yet. I got Emmy pretty caught off guard with ASMR practice last night at least once. Yeah, you were getting pretty good. Just gotta have a little practice. Prepping for my third attempt at making Subway cookies? Ah, please share, please share. You should absolutely send me pictures when you're done, because and if they come out great, you should send me a recipe. Because that sounds really nice to be able to make at home. Okay, this is the last of the cargo on board the ship. So that went... Doing all 3 of those bays was like doing the 1 bay full of small boxes. I'm not even gonna bother getting the exosuit out for loading these. I'm just gonna use the ship tractor beam again. I think that'll work just fine. When I was using my other printer, I really liked ABS, especially because it's safe to use in water. I know my dad prints with ABS. He'll do some more like ABS is the flexible one, right? The kind of rubbery one, or am I thinking of a different material? I think that's the rubbery one. I scurry off and start cooking. Alright, let's get all this shit put away. We may have to send the elevator down multiple times. To all the new beans in chat, was good meeting you? Yeah, it's good to see all you. We're almost done here. And then I'll be able to show you all my 3D model. PTG is what you're thinking of? Oh, yeah. We're just gonna shove all this into the back as best as I can. And pray that it doesn't all Gary's mod itself when I send it down. We should make a pretty nice chunk of change by sending this all down, and hopefully a good chunk of reputation as well. Yeah, be safe in kitchen, Ash. Don't worry, I'll be checking on her. Alright. Ah, Stims, we've been hucking around sensitive medicine, throwing it on the hard concrete floor. I'm sure that won't have any ill effects. Oops, okay, that's fine. A little spinny is fine. I do kind of want to stuff an elevator full to see what happens. We're not quite stuffing it full. I think you need like 800 SCU or something to really stuff it full. But this is going to be a pretty bulky pile of garbage in the elevator. So feel free to hang out a minute. We should be... We're getting to like kind of the last of the boxes. I think we're at the second half of the second bay. Oops, I don't know how I grabbed that one from the back first. So, I forget if I mentioned it when y'all came in, but we were basically doing 7 missions at the same time. With the like level of missions that I have access to, my ship was able to is able to carry the contents of 7 separate missions, all going to the same place. So perhaps I should have stuck with like 3, because I think if I did 3, it would just be the big boxes. I took like some beginner missions, and the beginner missions are all like teeny tiny boxes. Boop. Oh god, it never ends. It's like the Mega Beef Bowl in Persona 4. I still can't see the rice. I want to make a beef bowl. When I have a little more money to play with, I want to get the like nice thin sliced brisket and do a good gyudon. Meow. Okay, we're really getting there. I think this is the last bay now. I believe in our dreams of never looking at these boxes again. Gyudon? Yeah. Yeah, I really want to make a good gyudon, but the meat for a good gyudon is fucking prohibitively expensive right now. Because I ain't slicing my own brisket. And getting a decent like tub of the pre-sliced stuff is like it's like $24. It's a really good amount of meat, and it does like stretch over a few different meals. But you know, I can't be spending $25 on just meat. Just whenever I feel like it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, maybe one day. Oh, I think I can actually count the boxes now. It's like 5 or 6 boxes left. What a fucking... What a fucking shipping and receiving nightmare. It would have been like... Ah! Oh. But I can't dance without my motto out. Ah. Why do you taunt me with that which I cannot have? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I guess seeing the little toothlesses dance around is good too. I wonder if I could program like a PNG version. So many boxes. Metal boxes. We're almost done. There's like 4 of these things left, 4 or 5. I know I said 5 the last time I looked, but I'm sure of it this time. Here, let's pull him over to us real quick. Okay, scratch that, it's 6. No more secret boxes behind those, right? That's everything. Okay, last 6. I warned her too late. Honestly, even by the time you warned me, I had realized for myself. Like I said, as soon as that cargo elevator came up and I saw all the little ones, I was kind of like, oh shit. What did I do? What did I do to myself? Have you seen the dude that edited this dance on the new live action trailer? Oh, I don't think I have actually. That sounds like a good bit. Nyum. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. It's almost over. The evil is almost defeated. Okay, just one more box. Just one more box. Okay. That looks like all of it. We're gonna do one last check. When we send it down, we're gonna read the manifest and make sure we didn't fuck up and miss something. It's a funny bit, especially since they explain a lot of the process that went into it. Oh, that sounds really cool. Well, hey, I'm gonna drop a, here, let me drop a link to the Discord and you can put it in there. And you should definitely drop into the Discord if you haven't already, because we have pictures of food and pictures of pets and fops and schedules, and also we just hang out in there sometime. It's a cozy old community. Hope you receive good payment for this big delivery. I should. I should get a decent amount. Here. There we go. Okay. So let's just hit send. Let's see, 12 of 12, 14 of 14, 11 of 11, 4 of 4, 6 of 6, 11 of 11, and 14 of 14. All right, that's all of it. Send it. Oh, you could see when like Gary's modding out of there. We had like 1.3 million when I started, I think. Did you see what I said about Raft? Oh, I missed it. Sorry. Yeah, I was asking about it. I didn't catch what you said in response. Oh yeah, we got like 300k or something for that. That was good. And then this one we also still have to submit. Boop. All right. All that's history. Let's see how our rep looks now. Okay, we got like a third of the way through Junior with just that one haul. It's getting 192 SCU cargo capacity for a 3.5 million ship. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. So can you just put individual boxes where the big crates would normally be? I know the whole deal with that ship was like it works exclusively in like the big long boy cargo containers, but like then there are no missions that give you those. So what point? Right, we're gonna close everything up. 632 is maximum? Yeah. Oh, does it double stack them now?
Landing complete.
Or am I thinking of... No, never mind. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of the 64s. It wasn't exclusive for the 32s? That was original concept? Yeah, it was the 64s, wasn't it? Because they're the big extra long ones.
Engines offline.
It's definitely not a practical design for the current cargo system. Like, unless you can, like, specify... That's one thing I would like, is if I could specify what containers they give me the crap in. They removed the cargo clamps to give more room? Oh! Wait, so does it all just clamp onto the bottom now? Like basically a whole seat, but just with a big magnet on the bottom or something? Go on, let me send it back up. There you go. Alright. Rush was already able to take even one SCUs when cargo missions came? Yeah, I remember seeing people, like, clip those where the, containers were.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle. Your vehicle
Alright.
has been-
Into the floor with you. Hi, Frosty! How's it going? Sorry, I don't have a PNG pet yet. But I'll be out of PNG soon. Because we are repping up for the day. Goodbye, Caterpillar. See you next time. Containers got removed? Yeah, I know they took the containers off when the, when cargo missions got added, so people could use them. Raft is like... The Raft is another victim of, kind of the same thing the Caterpillar is a victim of ships being designed before Beam Citizen, and before it was all done with tractor beams. Because, like, when the Caterpillar's elevator doors got added, I was like, oh, thank God, the elevator doors. Wait, I don't really need the elevator doors anymore. Infiltrated into the Discord and dropped the video I mentioned in the memes channel. I think it's kind of fitting to be there. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let me close this down so I can actually switch to my regular ass model. Free up all of my remaining processor capacity. Draft will be perfect anyway in 4.1.1. I want to see if they add like a big fuck off magnet to justify everything being on the bottom. Hope Star Citizen going well. Yeah, we just wrapped up. We did a big, huge, giant cargo run to cap off the night. How are you doing, Frosty? Hope you've been having a good week. Also, are you recovering okay? Are you still in pain? I don't need a shout out, but thank you. What? No, you get the auto shout out because you're special. Very special fop. Very important puffucks girl. Has a tractor beam and it still has the cargo rails? Ah, I'm definitely excited to see it. Because I really like the raft. It's a good looking little ship. Arco design is just, it's nice. I like that industrial kind of stuff. Which is also why I like Drake so much. Okay, let me pop, pop, and hold please. Pop. Ah, get out of here, launcher. OBS, why are you still showing Star Citizen when Star Citizen is gone? Hello? Here, let me try a quick... I'm gonna try a quick little stream switch here. What the heck? Alright, where's my game source? What the heck, OBS? What are y'all seeing right now? Are y'all still seeing Star Citizen with quitting game in the middle of the screen? Yeah, refuses to leave us? Okay, it's not just me. It's not just my OBS being weird. What the fuck? Doing okay. The week's been rough with pain being up and down, but overall recovering nicely. That's good to hear, Frosty. Very, very good to hear. Okay. So... Why is Star Citizen still on the screen? Let me just switch back to, like... starting soon. Okay, nice. There we go. That's what you're supposed to see. Hi. This is how I normally look when I'm not playing a game that's eating my entire processor. It's good to see you, and it's good to meet you for the first time. There's also a lot more ways you can interact with me when I'm not a cardboard cutout. For example... Wow, I also have a big delay. Yeah, I've been dropping on more frames and stuff than usual. Tonight. Ah! Yo, let me she them titties. I'm not even she they anymore. I'm just she slash girl. But yeah. Ah! If you're still around, thank you so much for hanging around until now. Cause I know
God damn it.
Evil. So mean. Hi, you're now 3D. Very cute model. Thank you. I made it myself. And this redeem is going to prank me in a second. Hold on. There. My tail my tail in response to that information. Yeah. Let me she her titties kind of works, I guess. Yeah, that kind of works too. But yeah, if you're still around, thank you so much for hanging around. I know it was kind of a quiet stream tonight. Ah, she's gonna make me dance! Thank you for hanging around through the whole cargo debacle. And thank you for being patient while I got all that taken care of. And welcome to the stream proper. Once the overstimulation ends, I got a few last things to say before I send y'all on your way. But first I'm gonna take a look at who else is online tonight. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you. thank you for doing this to me. I'm still wide. I'm so stealing the she her titty line. Yeah, it's a very good adaptation, Ashi. Photocopy busted? Photocopy I think the photocopy is fine. I'm still wide from the wide redeem. So that is pretty much gonna do it for stream tonight. But tomorrow I will be back doing some Doom Eternal with my co-host Kit. She is also a Fox girl. And then I'll be back again Friday for some Yakuza 5. And real quick, instead of doing the big obnoxious socials redeem, I'm just gonna drop this link in chat. If you want to find any of my other links and socials, you can find them all here. Emmy, what? Photocopy worked, just delayed? Piss. God damn it. Also, if your stream is delayed, you can pause and unpause to be caught up. That should fix the delay. You really are super delayed, aren't you? God damn. There it is. But yeah, at that link you can find my YouTube where I post clips, my archive, my Blue Sky, my VGen where I take commissions, and all my other support sites. But that's pretty much it for tonight. Also, if you missed the Discord link the first time, here is a Discord link for you. So feel free to hop in there. I post my schedules up in there. It does not give you unsolicited pings unless it's like a emergency. So, you can opt in or out of all the redeems. And it's just a comfy little space, so please feel free to join. Stream is delayed for everyone permanently. Fuck. When you get dropped frames, your stream entirely gets a delay. Fuck. God damn it. Ah! God damn it. Okay, well, we're almost done anyway. So, let me just take a look at who's online, and I will send you all off to some place without a delay. Let's see. We got a few friends online tonight. We could go raid over to Bazu, or we could raid Gus, or we could raid Space Gators, or we could raid over to Nin. Nin is also a very comfy, quiet streamer, so I'm actually going to send you all his way. Looks like he's doing some Deep Rock Galactic, so I'm sure he'd be happy to see all of you. Only fixes resetting stream. Fuck that, I'm about to end. Mine isn't too bad. Well, that's good to hear at least. I didn't get a ton of drop frames this stream, fewer than I expected, but it was still a little rough, so probably not going to stream a lot of Star Citizen just because my computer can't really handle that. Oops. Anyway, we are going to raid over to Nintendo. Let's see. And we're just gonna do a good old-fashioned big load raid. Let's see. Here, and we can do like a box emoji. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, here is the the raid message if you have the sub emotes. And if you don't have sub emotes, you can use this one. Oops. I fucked that up. Don't use that one. I fucked that up. Hold on. Let me unfuck that real quick. There you go. Okay, if you don't have sub emotes, you can use that one. There you go. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's flawless. Nin will not like that. Nin will survive. But thank you all for hanging out. It was amazing to see you all tonight and amazing to meet you all. If you haven't, I'd appreciate you dropping a follow or dropping in the Discord or anything like that because I would love to see you next time. But whether you're in here chatting with me or doing redeems or even if you're just hanging out and lurking, I appreciate you. You're awesome. You're amazing. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.